In this video I want to tell you about Kubernetes management interfaces. So in order to understand the management interfaces, first we need to talk a little bit about the Kubernetes API. The API, or Application Programmers Interface, in general is the interface that is used between a client and a server. So the client is generating requests that are understood by the API because the requests match the API interface. The API is used to standardize how to access items that are provided by a server. And you will find APIs everywhere. It's a generic programmatic item that you will find in any program, especially client-server architectures. The Kubernetes API provides an interface, but it also provides access to all that is needed to run containers in a cloud-native environment. I will tell you in more detail what exactly is involved later on. In order to work with Kubernetes, there's a couple of options. The kubectl command line utility is the main option. It provides convenient developer access, which allows you to run many tasks that are related to your application. And kubectl is the only interface that really matters for CKAD. Also, you can use direct API access, but that's more advanced, and it allows developers to address the cluster using API calls from custom scripts. Curl is the utility that you would typically use for direct API access, and I will demonstrate you much later in this course when that can be useful. Briefly, using direct API access is very uncommon, but it can be useful to get more insight in the workings of Kubernetes. Then there is also the Kubernetes dashboards, which can be installed to run on a Kubernetes master node and provide web-based access. The disadvantage of the dashboard, however, is that the dashboard is specific to specific environments. If you are, for example, going to search for the Kubernetes dashboard in Google Cloud, you will notice that Google Cloud has integrated web-based management in a very much different way. Also, Kubernetes dashboard is useless for the CKAD exam. Don't waste your time on it. So in this course, we are going to focus on kubectl. Kubectl, as I mentioned, is the only interface to Kubernetes that you will need. And it has a lot of options, which allow you to manage everything that your application needs in a Kubernetes environment. A good start is to use kubectl -help for an overview of all the options. And as I mentioned, for CKAD, really it's the only command that matters. Only at the moment when you are going to do your CKA, your Certified Kubernetes Administrator, you are going to use kubeadm as well. But that's not the topic in this course. The very first command to use with kubectl, well, I would advise to just type kubectl create deploy myapp -- image is my image. Make sure to replace my image with the name of a real image to run your first application. And then you can use kubectl get all to see all that this command has created. Let me just do that for you so that we can investigate. So here we are back in the Google Cloud environment, and I am just going to type for you kubectl -help to start with. I want you to have an overview of what this command is doing. And again, don't worry about it too much. We are going to investigate all the components that really are necessary for CKAD as we move forward in this class. But here you see that many subcommands are available. Kubectl create is one of the most important commands. And by the way, instead of typing -help, you can also just use -h. So if I use that -h, then you can see a lot of stuff that probably you don't understand too much about right now. So let's create our first application. Kubectl create is how you do that. But kubectl create needs more information. It needs to know what you want to run. And I want to run a deployment. The deployment is the application itself. It is an API resource that allows you to run an application. I will shortly make a nice drawing to explain all about these API resources. For now, I'm just using kubectl create deploy my first app. -- image is nginx, -- replicas is 3. In CKAD, we are not so much interested in all the different applications that you can run. So you will notice that many examples that I'm using are all based on either BusyBox or Nginx or MariaDB. It's about Kubernetes, it's not about the application itself. And here we are running an Nginx application with the name My First App. using a deployment because that is how Kubernetes runs applications, and we implement some scalability as well by using -- replicas is 3. And now we can investigate using kubectl get all, and that is showing us that the application has been created as a deployment. The Kubernetes API, while running the application, has created a replica set to take care of the replication, and it has created 3 instances of the pod. So yay, we have successfully started our first application. About what you can do with it, you will learn later. For now, this is good enough. Let's continue with the next video.